Yo, what's really good? We're back again. You're disgusting.
Was that nice?
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
That was Pota!
We're back again with another episode of What Did We Just Watch? It's your boy, Evan.
Bobby.
And of course, Pota with the nice-ass intro burp.
And it is your favorite movie podcast where we love movies so much we fucking actually hate them.
I hate them.
So today we got another episode. We're on our Nick Cage bag. And
Nick Cage November.
Yeah, and we were trying to do Nick Cage November, but it didn't work out so well, so I actually deleted one. But here we are again. It was a good one. I didn't really deleted it. Fucking my computer died when I was mid editing, but
might just have to do it again.
I don't know, but
let us know if you want us to do Con Air.
Yeah, we fucked it up. Yeah.
Even if you know what the movie Con Air is, because I know a lot of people we talk about don't even know what it is.
What do you mean? It's like the most popular movie on like basic cable.
Yeah, I used to love watching that movie. So yeah, it was a fire one. Got fucked up.
Yeah, let us know, because my computer died, but okay. Well, the movie we're doing today is still on the Nick Cage vibe.
Ghost Rider!
We're doing that OG Ghost Rider. It's that Nick Cage. You know, we're trying to get into his fucking psychotic bag. You know what I mean? But, alright, so Ghost Rider came out...
Holy shit show of this was.
Yeah. Alright, so Ghost Rider came out in 2007. Nick Cage starring... And here's a synopsis. Years ago, motorcycle stuntman Johnny Nick Cage Blaze sold his soul to save the life of a loved one. Now he transformed into a fiery, avenging, pussy agent of justice at night, wherever evil roams. As the only one who can walk in both worlds, Johnny is charged by Mephistopheles? Name! Himself to destroy Blackheart, a demon that wants to overthrow Mephistopheles and create a worse hell than the one that currently exists, which is hanging out with you.
I thought he was the devil.
That's what I thought too.
What is his name?
That's what I thought too.
Mr. Sarcophagus?
But yeah, this movie was directed by Mark Steven Johnson.
Sorry, buddy.
Name.
Mark Steven Johnson. Let's see
3 first names.
Yeah, Forero.
Johnson at first.
Oh my God, he did Daredevil. When in Rome, the next Ghost Rider, Electra, Killing Season, Simon, and Jesus. This had a budget. This had a budget of 120 million, and it said box office was 228, so it made money.
Enough to pay Nick Cage.
So let's just get into this. Movie sucked. I just gotta say, my God, I forgot this movie already. I watched it and I was so sad watching it. I barely was paying attention. It was disappointing. I questioned my life. I had existential crisis while watching this fucking movie.
I had to pay to watch this movie and I hated it.
Yeah, you did. You're a good man.
No, Dylan can throw a bone each, so we all throw a bone.
Yeah, I felt bad for everybody even involved in this movie.
Yeah. So
especially his Johnny Blaze's manager.
Oh yeah,
with the beard.
I've seen him in movies.
Yeah, he's in that.
No, not even.
No, but I know you're talking about
dude with the beard.
He's in a
He's in a bunch. Yeah.
Growing Pains or whatever that show.
Yeah, not Growing Pains, but
he had a show.
Yeah,
beard, long hair, for sure. I felt bad for him. I'm like, damn, this guy's a good actor.
He was a check.
His dad was in movies.
Yeah,
you got a check.
The dad in the movie was in movies. Fucking Ava Mendes, her fat ass.
I know. But
and also the Gravekeeper. He's an awesome actor.
Let's just get into this trash ass piece of shit. So here we go. It's Ghost Rider.
Nice intro animation, by the way.
All right, nice. So I got nice narrating intro and a loser ass cowboy on a horse. Right? He was a fucking loser.
The devil pulls up on a crazy blacked out horse. He's chilling.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the first thing I'll. Right?
What?
So it shows that the whole fucking horse. Fucking dipping, whatever, on fire. Then the devil shows up on a horse too, or some shit. And the guy dips. He's like, "Yeah, this is the only man to ever run from the devil." It's like, bro, you're on a horse too. He's on a horse. You couldn't have fucking followed him. And then
he's the devil. He can spawn anywhere he wants.
Now we don't even know if it is the devil, right?
No, that
was in the beginning. It was the devil.
Yeah.
But then, it's like on top of that, this guy's fucking teleporting around the whole fucking movie. You couldn't teleport where the guy was going. How did he get away from you? Like that off rip. First scene, horrible. I already hate it.
I don't.
So then we give a little background, and they give a little exposition. Then the credits come in, and it opens up at a carnival. And so apparently it's like, Johnny, as Nick Cage's character as a kid, and his dad, they work at a carnival. They would do like motorcycle stunts and shit like that. So,
Sick stunts.
Yeah, so they come in, And they come into the tent, they're about to do their stunt, and, they're looking in the crowd, the young Johnny, young Nick Cage looking in the crowd. Oh, and what is that? He takes his goggles off, and he sees his girl in the crowd, and he thrusts his hand in the air, and it's like the fucking lamest thing I've ever seen.
So sick-ass wheelie.
Like, huh! And he like thrusts it in the air like it's a black power fist, and it's just like fucking loser shit. And he just, the way he did it is just so lame.
But.
What?
She is a fucking babe.
I don't know how old she is, so I don't want to even say that. But
she definitely looked of age.
She did. Thank you. Yeah, he probably looked it up just to make sure it was safe.
I didn't.
But,
I don't care.
Hold on. No, I was gonna say.
As low as 12. On top of that, you can tell it's gonna be Eva Mendes. Like the girl looks just like.
That's what I was gonna say. So when I watched this, I didn't know Eva Mendes was in this.
Really?
And remember, and then so I'm watching. I'm like, she looks just like Eva fucking Mendes. And then literally find out, of course she fucking does. Yeah.
So great casting choice. That's probably the best thing you did.
They put that mole there with like a fucking mascara pen or some shit like that.
For sure, but she's the chick herself definitely looks like
she's an attractive girl. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Very.
But
I paint her butt.
Yeah, I bet you fucking would, motherfucker. All right, so then they do their stunt and then they go back and it's Johnny, young Nick Cage's character and his dad.
Sick wheeler to show off in front of him.
Yeah, he's showing off. He's a big showboat. Yeah.
One rock just in the middle of a tent, like it was just placed there perfectly. Like he hits that little rock, he's like, oh, and he almost crashes.
Yeah,
he had to show his young and stupid-minded self.
Exactly. So the show's over. And his dad comes and starts G-checking him, putting him on some game.
Show's off. The show's over, right? So tell me how they have to walk from the tent on the other side and push their bikes through the center of the fucking carnival just to have this little fucking stoic, speech from his dad. Like, yeah, you shouldn't show off, and, being a man, and why would you have to... If you're right there every day doing the show,
they would probably leave the bike there in the fucking tent.
They'd probably all right, pull out of the tent, and there's going to be a little area you keep your shit, like your bikes.
No, you need to walk across the entire fucking carnival.
Through the middle, the main road. There's people getting caught. Can you hear people ping, 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 fucking popping balloons and fucking tossing rings everywhere, and he's walking by like, you shouldn't show off like that.
I'm sure there's some days where they get stuck behind and slow ass people. Get the fuck out of the way!
You gotta do a show. Like, what the fuck? And why are you pushing him? Just ride through. Like you're a fucking badass doing a wheelie all the way through and running little kids.
For real, you're getting paid. Might as well just fucking ride that bitch.
For real.
Yeah, so
then the carnival pays for the gas.
No, but so okay. No. So then after that, they're back at the little tent. They're working on their bikes. Classic, the dad and the son. And then they start talking stuff. But then the dad just starts fucking coughing uncontrollably. So of course the first thing logically, the logical thing to do is he gets up and he fucking fires up a cigarette and starts fucking chiefing down decent.
Because that's gonna help.
Yeah, of course. Like this guy's obviously smart, and it's supposed to show us, what's going on. And the son gives a little, off-camera scowl. The classic. So we know the drama there.
God, I can't breathe to catch my breath. Why don't I just inhale carcinogen?
Yeah, and then...
He's like, I'm right.
Yeah, he's like, I need cigarette. And so the little chick just comes into the door, and then they go and chill.
Bring up to the tree.
Yeah, they go up to the little tree spot, and then, he engraves. So they go to the tree and
have you ever tried to engrave?
I have. I've done that exact thing before. I've done that before.
It's hard.
It's not like he's like.
It's because you guys are bitches. I wanted to go to my. I've only done.
What
it
are you
once.
talking about? He did it like he was fucking Peter Pan, literally swiping the tree.
Yeah. He was
in one stroke.
In real life, I've done. I don't know. I've done it once.
Depends on.
I want to go check it.
And this is the problem. Is it a hardwood tree? Is it a solid?
Okay. I'm just gonna get
mahogany.
I'm just gonna say this now. Yo, but he carves it into the tree, and then we go later on. 20 years in the future, and it's in the same spot. The tree has not grown an inch. A tree would grow. What the fuck?
You went from
for 20 years.
Trees don't grow.
Oh my god,
and they don't. Yeah, the carvings don't look aged or anything. So, on top of that, I thought you were gonna get at the point of this.
What?
So he goes, does this whole thing. They ride up on the motorcycle. Sit at the tree. They're fucking chilling. He's fucking Zorroing it up. Fucking.
Are you gonna skip past the scene? Let's skip the story about. Okay, go.
So he fucking Zorros it up, carves his fucking their initials. Then he looks over and he's like, yeah, I talk about he loves her, whatever. They're gonna be together.
Run
forever.
Away together.
Yeah, let's just run away.
Classic movie.
And then she goes, hey, I'm moving, I'm leaving, or some shit. He's like,
tomorrow.
When do you leave? He's like, my dad wants us to move. We're going. He's like, when? Tomorrow morning. You waited this whole fucking...
I know.
You waited for him to carve your fucking initials into the tree. You could have been like, hey, you walk to his house and be like, let's go up to the tree. Be like, nah, dude.
You didn't even think of that. She's sitting there watching him.
They wrote all the way there. They wrote all the way there.
She's looking at it like, Johnny, that's so nice.
Wait, hold on. He's almost done the heart. The heart's almost done, and
right when he
I love you, babe. We're gonna run away together. Hey, by the way, I'm moving tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I just sat here watching you carve all this shit, and I've been chilling with you for hours this whole day. Like, I went to your crib and fucking chilled. Your dad's dying in front of me, basically. We went and chilled at the tree. You carved it in.
That's
then,
I didn't even
at
think
that
of that
exact moment when he took the knife out,
what a bitch!
I'm moving tomorrow
Such
morning.
a bitch.
But then you can tell. Okay, so then the acting is god awful here, and then you can tell she's kind of like insinuating, like, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm trying. Then of course, classic. He goes, we gotta go away. We gotta run away together. And of course they, oh, yes! So you know what I mean? Like, of course. So they decide they're gonna leave. Nice acting. So he goes back to his house, and of course, classic movie style. Oh, what is this? He finds a letter. He just so happens to find a letter that said his dad's cancer has spread. Oh. Now, his girlfriend's leaving tomorrow. He just so happens to find the thing about his dad having cancer. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. So what the fuck happens?
11th grade? Probably?
He doesn't, yeah, he had, I don't know. So he doesn't know what he's gonna do. So he goes in the garage and he's gotta fix his bike to clear his mind. That's his only way.
On the old chopper out.
He's gotta work. Oh my God, I'm so stressed. Let me go fix my carburetor.
Bro,
that's my stress relief.
I do shit like that all the time.
My God, when I get
my
depressed,
stress relief.
I
work on my bike.
My God.
And then I shove my dick in the muffler.
When I let my oil out, it's like letting out all my emotions that I just let. I get all
I did that for a living, and I would not be like, oh my God, I'm so fucking, my life's shitty. You know what I do? I go fucking drink or go smoke or go chill.
Like a normal human. Drink your pain away like a normal human.
Right?
Stop fucking a muffler.
I don't want to go work on a fucking engine right now.
All right, so he pulls his dick out of a muffler, and then his breath starts showing up like it's really cold out, like he's just seeing the cold. And this guy just struts in, like strutting straight pimp style, and just starts talking to him.
And apparently,
it's one of those conversations.
Light bulbs have a very weird reactions to his presence. They just pop.
I heard that's the only reason a light bulb explodes. So if you have a light bulb go out in your house, the devil's walking.
Is it? Well, no, it's not the devil. He's Megamemnon. What is his name?
It's a devil. He's like the devil conciliary. He's like conciliary to the devil.
Megatron. Yeah. The fuck is his name?
So the conciliary to the devil. He's walking around the room. You know, he's talking to him, and then when the lightning strikes, so it's really dark in the room.
The shadow.
So it's really dark in the room, right? And he's walking around. The lightning strikes and it makes him cast a shadow. But then on the shadow, on the wall, it's like a fucking hunchback creature. That's like
with massive teeth.
Yeah, it's like that's not how the light works. Okay, he's in a different form, but does that mean the light doesn't reflect off of what he's showing? Is it a projection?
Is it a projection? Or it's only in your mind that you see it
that
way. He's really
that's what I'm. But then if it's even that, why would the devil part even be there? Wouldn't it be all a projection? Like, I didn't like this part at all. Yeah, so I thought it was fucking ridiculous. And I thought it was super stupid. And then it just looks super lame. So he tells him
nice shadow.
Yeah, so what Metamorphosis tells him is his dad that he will take the cancer out of his dad in exchange for his soul. And
he was very blatant about it.
He was obvious. He was straight up.
He's like, hey.
What do you want?
It was one of those movie conversations where someone walks in behind the person and they're like, and they're wrenching on a fucking car or in the hood or like on a motorcycle or some shit, and the person comes in, he's like, hey buddy, strap's closed. And he's and he's still talking to him, and this person never turns around not one time until it's like, Tree, I'll take away your dad's cancer if you give me your soul.
My dad's cancer?
You haven't looked once, someone crept up behind you inside a fucking place they're not supposed to be. You would have been like, hey bro, you can't be here. Like, you didn't turn around one time to look at this dude. Like, why does it have to be so movie cliche like that?
But this seems to happen in the movies with the devil a lot, and I never get why they never question, like, why does he want my soul so bad? Or like, is it really that? That's the first thing you negotiate. My soul doesn't matter a lot for him.
What's the small print of this?
I know, like, no one questions.
The devil just doesn't walk in like, hey, I'll fix everything.
What's the worst that could happen? This is some fucking crazy fucking ghost type shit, like paranormal. Like, nothing can happen. You want to grid my dad of cancer?
Like, extend his longevity?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't ask a question. You say, okay.
Like, what's the fine print in this? What's the terms and conditions of this whole fucking deal?
If it was me, I would have punched him in his shit.
Like, yo, get the fuck out of here.
I'm like, bro, you want to fucking square up?
You want to punch him in his shit hole.
Yeah,
around the elbow.
I want to beat Morpheus' ass. I don't give a shit.
You want to fuck his ass with your elbow.
Yeah, I would have. So then one more funny. All right, so Memphis fucking pulls out a contract, and he pulls out this contract. And then so he shows the fucking kid, and the kid goes to grab it, and it like cuts his finger, and the blood drips on it, and apparently that's
and he just grabs it immediately.
Oh my god! Okay, never see it. We got the blood. Oh I'll see you tomorrow.
He trips on there and he's like, oh, sorry, hold on, he's like, give me gas.
Good day, sir.
He's just like, nope, that'll do. That'll do. And he's like,
imagine if you go, you're talking to like a realtor or something. You're like, is this the type of house for you? Here's the condo. Look it over. Oh my God. Oh, it's your house now. You want me to know? It's not. It's binding in court.
And then to come back the next day, be like, you didn't buy this house. Get the fuck out.
You go to Judge Judy. It's like, ma'am, look, she definitely bought this house. Look, there's a blood stain on the contract.
Look,
you know drop. That holds up. It's fucking good. Yeah, you know.
Drop. Oh. You know it's inevitable when he just doesn't freak out for some random stranger coming to him in the middle of the night.
I know, he doesn't even ask one question. He's an idiot.
He's like, carnival's closed. It's 2 a.m.
It's insane.
Oh, what are you doing? Weird creepy dude with a cane is behind me in the
shadows. He either wants to molest you or he's the devil.
He's there for a reason.
It's like, what the fuck? Alright, so it's a hard cut.
I had a fucking gun pointed at him immediately.
For real. But I would have stuck him.
I would have thrown a wrench. And you have fucking tools. You have tools right there to beat him.
I don't know if his cane is a /sword.
You never know.
Beat him with a wrench.
Okay, so it's a hard cut, then homie wakes up. So now it's the question, oh my, was it a dream? Oh my God, I don't know. What the
Instantly just like wakes up the next day, yeah, like the hard cut. Like I was
ridiculous. Classic. So then, oh my God, what happens? He walks outside, his dad's perfectly fucking fine. And he's like super hyped.
He's doing fucking back handsprings.
He's like, I just got back from the doctor, I felt great, got next right, boom! Cat's gone!
I'm doing fucking backflips, he's jumping off the fucking roof.
He's like cooking an egg with one hand, flipping pancakes with the other. My God, beating up the Hulk in his fucking left hand like it's fucking insane.
Fixing the motors like what the fuck? Yeah. He's like, I feel better than I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah, and so they start getting ready for the show, right? And then the dad notices that the homie, he just notices now. Okay, so they leave the crib and they go to the tent. The dad is in full costume.
And the son is in normal clothes.
It's in T-minus 5 minutes of the show, and his dad's the kid's in normal clothes. And finally, he goes to him, whoa, what's up, man? He finally asks him, like, we're about to go on.
Get in your jumpsuit. We go on in 5 minutes.
And then he tells him, I'm not going, Dad. I'm running away with my babe. You know what I mean? That it is what it is. And they get into an argument. Classic. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh my God, you don't know what you're doing. You're going to regret this when you're a child. When you get older, you're throwing your life away, kid. You can be a wheelie boy. You want to be a wheelie boy?
You can be a wheelie boy at carnivals for the rest of your life.
We can be wheelie father and wheelie son. You don't want that.
Big Willie, little Willie over here.
So then he turns his back, and it's very fucking dramatic. And it's like, oh my God. But then what?
Yeah, whips him around.
Change of heart.
He turns around. He throws him some keys. It's to his special bike.
Oh my God.
Take this bike. I'll give you like a 24-hour head start. And then he slides.
On what? Is he going to chase him?
I don't get it. I don't know. It's like, why not get him there? So then he's about to leave, right? The kid's about to leave. And then he hears a fucking explosion. His dad crashes.
Dun dun dun.
He gets in his bike and he starts booking it. Oh wait, hold on. No, it's not it. Alright, he starts to slide and then he hears an explosion.
Explosion or crash?
That's all, I don't know. That's why I skipped it. Yeah, go.
Alright, so
I'm saying like I'm confused.
No, you're weird. Okay, so he hears a crash. He's like, "What the fuck?" So he goes to the area where his dad is at, and boom,
the tiny ass little circus tent
and
at a carnival.
But his dad lays there on the ground, lifeless from an accident. His dad is dead.
So then what they show him, whatever. He jumps a fucking jump through a ring of fire, lands on the other side, right? And then he fucking dies. Bro, tell me how they're in the tiniest little tent ever. It holds probably 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
This man's jump from kicker to kicker through the ring of fire is a 3-foot gap.
No, it's not. Is it really?
Bro,
I didn't even know.
Literally look from the roll in, and he's literally right there. And then on the other side of the ramp's like this, a 3-foot gap with a single ring of fire. And then the ramp,
and
the landing's on the other side, right? And he crashed and dies.
Oh my God.
He's at the top of the ramp. He's at the top of the kicker, right? On the landing one. His bike is further than him. He's landing literally at the edge of the ramp going down. So you're telling me you crashed and slid 3 feet, landed right here on the top of the fucking ramp, and you just immediately die. Dylan's like,
I've never even sat on a dirt bike before.
Dylan just said his dad couldn't jump a 4-foot gap with a ring of fire, but Nick Cage can jump 60 semi-trucks.
Yeah. And like 10 helicopters.
Yeah, with the whole football field.
So his dad's dead. So the kid is fucking heated, of course. So he hops on the bike and he starts fucking booking. And he's just heated.
He doesn't even get the girl.
No, he doesn't even get the girl for some reason. He just dips and then he crashes And then he flies, and then and like he sees a vision of the fucking demon. And devil comes back and he says, "You're no good to me, dead." So I'm guessing he died too. Like, imagine your dad dies in a crash. You book it so hard, you crash, and then you die. Like, what the fuck?
A bottle of whiskey or some
He
shit
saved
too?
them.
Didn't he swig a bottle of whiskey right before he went out on the bike?
Yes.
I think he swigged the bottle of whiskey and then jumped on his chopper and fucking... Somehow he's like in a normal area, and then all of a sudden next thing you know he's in a fucking gravel road. And then his bike slides like sideways. It doesn't crash, it just slides sideways the whole time and then stops dead center in the middle of the fucking crossroads. Did you notice that?
I did. And then I'm something
we all started singing Bone Thugs at that point. We realized that me and Dylan and Kenny were like, meet me at the crossroads.
What's up?
So, like, as soon as the devil says, "You're no good to me, dead," bro, he gets all up, all slow and dramatic. And they do this throughout the whole fucking movie, and I hate it.
What?
They do this little comic book kind of point.
That's exactly what I had written down.
They do this stupid fucking point, and he's just like, "You." No one does that! No one would ever do that in real life. Why the fuck would you do that in
you
this?
and that person,
It's
you
so
say
weird and awkward.
Like, hey, you, like, what the fuck are you doing?
You just take away from the... It's like, alright, I can't take any of this seriously anymore.
No, I never could.
Because I
got some on the whole...
I was up
whole
until
movie.
that point.
Yeah, so...
Because
everything was
like
fine.
Nick Cage in the movie, Nick Cage is literally every time he does the same thing. Nick Cage does the point.
He does it too.
But he doesn't do like a firm point.
Yeah, it's like his fingers are dangling.
It's like he's posing for like a photo.
Like kiss my hand.
I wrote like the fingers gun and puts him in like a trance. I don't remember how he wrote some.
We got some like me, Dylan, and Kenny were literally like he's pointing just at the ground because his hands is dangling like this. He's like,
okay. So homie dips. He dips from the chick, and then it cuts to present day Nick Cage, and he's like about to do a stunt.
Stupid idiot, dude.
He dips from the chick. I know.
Yeah.
Really, none of this makes sense. What? If anything, I would get the chick because you don't have anybody else. Like
it's me and my dad. He just died. Guess what?
The plan was to slide. Now you have no reason to stay.
It's like, hey, listen, I just met up with the devil last night. Apparently, I'm immortal. I can't be with you. Bye.
Yeah, it's like literally. I don't. Can we say yes? Take a second and try to understand his logic. Okay, your dad passes away. The only person you have in your life. The only reason you wanted to stay in the first place.
Fuck off! I'm dipping with this chick.
Yes.
Then you're like, I'm gonna stay for a second. Crashes, dies. Then you're like,
what's his thinking? Okay, he leaves. I get it. You're heated. You want to go for a ride, but were you dipping? Like, I mean, you did dip, but I'm saying, what was? He's like, oh my god, my dad. I need to be by myself now.
For the rest of my life.
For what reason?
Until I'm 50.
Doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't understand.
Right, if that happened to me, and I have a fucking motorcycle, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna dip for like a little bit. I'm gonna go dip out and be like maybe like a week, two, like a month.
My dad passed. Tell her. Yeah. My dad passed away.
Like, yeah, I tried. My dad just crashed and died doing that shit, and I said I wouldn't do the show. Boom, we're supposed to run away, right? All right. Either I'm taking her with me, or I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna go dip and be by myself for like a week or two, and like get my shit together.
Why didn't he just come back in a week? Like it doesn't make any sense.
She was moving too. That's what it was.
If he didn't
dip that night with her, then it was.
But it really doesn't make any.
But
it was
still,
so
on top
stupid.
of that, you just dip, and the next 50 years later, you're an old man.
Because then after that, you realize that you grow up to become Nick Cage. You're hideous. No one. So it's like you ruined it. You know what I mean? Fuck.
He got over and looked in the mirror. He's like, God damn it.
So it's present day. It's present day. Nick Cage is about to do a stunt, and then he starts doing the jump, and then midway through, he has a vision of the night when he signed the deal for some reason. Like why? And it like fucks him up, and then he crashes and goes flying, and it's a whole spectacle.
Off his fucking head, his helmet like explodes.
It's going all crazy, like oh my god, bones crash, and it's fucking Hollow Me type shit. Oh my god, is he okay? Is he okay? They run up.
Dead.
He's fucking straight because he's fucking Nick Cage. It's fine.
He's invincible.
But what I'm thinking is, does he have a vision every time? Is it sometimes? Like, why did he have the vision of that fucking night? Yeah. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
This whole time?
How often does it happen?
I have a little bit on this one too.
What?
Like, yeah, he just landed on his fucking head for the first thing, and the first thing he does, he flips when they're seeing if he's okay. Literally, they show him slow-mo, fucking ragdoll, bounce off his head, helmet fucking goes crazy. First thing his fucking team manager does is run over and go, and fucking rip his helmet off.
Yeah, is that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, when someone lands on their neck from like a 70-foot jump, you're supposed to rip their helmet off and twist. You're supposed to. You don't even unclip it. You just twist and fucking pop the helmet off.
He took a class.
Yeah, it's helmet neck breaking fucking class. So his team manager runs over freaked out because he just landed on his head from an 80, 90-foot jump.
If he wasn't possessed by the devil, he would have killed the guy.
No one knows he's possessed by the devil.
No, I'm saying, exactly. He would have, if in real life, he would have killed him.
If he wasn't dead already because his dad died from a fucking You jump a fucking curb. His
forgot.
dad jumped a curb and fucking died. This guy just landed on his neck from 80 feet away. And this guy yanks his fucking helmet off.
So,
And then he slaps him. He yanks him. He's like,
really?
wake up. Wake
Oh
up.
my
Like,
God.
dude, the guy's fucking neck is snapped in half and you
Cuss.
just twisted it off. The fuck is wrong with it? Like, I'm glad that.
And this is the guy from like 8 Simple Rules or some shit.
Or whatever that show is.
Yeah, like something like that. With the girl from
He's like grounded or
Bang-
some shit.
Big Bang Theory. Yeah, Grounded for Life.
Grounded for life.
Yeah,
That's
nice,
the show. I saw it
nice,
every day
nice.
after school.
So then it cuts to like this badass biker dude, and he's sitting out front of a bar, and it's nighttime, and this chick walks up and brings him a beer, and he's like, "Took you long enough, fucking loser." And then his
At
beer.
this point, I realized this movie is already way too fucking
It's
long.
so stupid. Yeah, it really is. Like 2-hour movie.
Dude,
What?
so after he fucking lands on his head and he gets up, he's like carrying him away. Oh, I'm good. He's like, man, what the hell? And now his guy knows. He's like, oh shit, like this guy just landed then and fucking walking fine. He's like, oh man, something's up with you, man. There must be something up. He's like, nah. Nick Cage just, nah, I'm just lucky. He's like, nah, I got a dog named Lucky. There's something wrong. He like says some weird ass shit, but it's just funny. He's like, I'm lucky. Nah, my dog's lucky. There's something going on. Or, like, it was just fucking funny the way that dude said it. And Nick Cage's hair in this movie is fucking
Terrible.
awesome.
It's so fake.
In the beginning, it's like that black, like short all the way up here, like on the top of his fucking head, like little spikes sticking out. It's horrible.
Like, we have to give him a hairline.
All right, so then it's a loser dude that says "take you long enough," and then his beer gets really frosty. Then the fucking demon fucking guy walks up.
Well,
it's another
before
demon
that,
guy.
yeah, before that, it's like it just kind of spans out in the fucking wasteland of the desert, and you just start seeing like fire
Lava
raindrops just fucking fall everywhere, and all of a sudden he just kind of walks out from the dark in his little Matrix outfit, looking
Yeah.
all pale and shit.
Fucking Count
Suck
Chuck.
the. Okay, he's a vampire. He fucking is a
vampire.
I call
vampire.
this guy
He
Count
looked
Chuck.
like a vampire.
Yeah.
I call him Count Chuck.
So, you know, so he
multiple
comes up and he starts, and the biker starts talking shit to him, and the dude like comes up all fucking vampire like and stabs him in the chest with his fingers, and he's dead.
times. And he turns like a
Stupid.
like it looked like he sucked his soul out of him. He's all
Yeah.
withered and black.
All right, so it cuts, and then they go up to Nick Cage's crib, and for some reason, he has a bike. Oh no, him and the manager. They go up to Nick Cage's crib, and for some reason, he has a bike propped up on books. So yeah, so they go to Nick Cage's crib, and his bike, like he's working on, is propped up on books.
It's his bike from he was
Why?
legit.
Why is it
That
propped
was the
up
bike
on
that
books?
he left because he has
Because it's art.
What?
He has to hold down the books. It gets very
Why
drafty
is
in
it?
there.
Why is it propped up on books? Why
Because
is
it
it
gets
His bike's been
drafty in
sitting-
there.
That's the bike that he took off. The
I
day.
get that, but why is it on
Yeah.
books?
It gets drafty in there, so the
It's on
bike
the
is holding
stand.
it down.
But if you
Okay.
notice, his whole apartment's covered
He
in,
doesn't
like,
want to lose the
books.
books.
so
It's
stupid.
covered in his whole apartment has like
What is
like books and
what is?
shit all
How
over.
is that an explanation for why books are holding up his
It's a
bike?
it's a perfectly
The
good
fact that
explanation.
he has books laying around, like, makes it a reason that
I
he
don't know
has a
why
bike
it's on books,
propped
but it's
up on
a
books.
good
Yes.
thing. It's like, hey, I have all
It's a
these
stupid
books
thing.
laying around that I
They were
already read.
expensive
All right,
books.
so
He
whatever
didn't
the
want
fuck,
to
it's
lose them
stupid.
in the draft.
Anyway, you know what? You
All right,
save your bike.
so yeah, so fuck that. So off
It's very
rip, then-
windy up there.
It's
He lives in a
drafty the shop.
penthouse.
It's in the shop.
You see his front door? It's an elevator. You know it's high.
And then he walks in.
All right,
the guy
so,
walks-
yeah, so okay, so they go in the crib.
Nobody
and then-
can be above him.
Okay, so after that, okay, they walk in. Nick,
This is weird.
Nick Cage sits down, turns the TV on, and literally starts laughing immediately.
Instantly!
He's
He's like, he hits the button, he's like, power. Ah! 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 He starts
Like
laughing.
gut busting laughing.
Oh my god,
Bro.
he's dying.
Not one
He's
TV
watching
in
a
the
monkey
world.
doing karate, and he is dying. He clicks the button and is fucking in
Oh.
tears. It doesn't make any
so,
sense.
Yeah, like Count Chocula.
From
I was
So
like-
Happy You noticed that, right? Like you noticed.
Yes!
But before that, I put Count Chocula over here killing people with one finger. So I put
Yeah,
that
yeah,
in.
yeah.
And then I put Kenny just spotted as soon as he turns the TV on, he's already laughing before the screen turned on.
Pota wrote down, how is a chimp doing karate funny? Oh my god.
How
Yeah.
is chimp karate funny?
But dog, it's like
Because
he
it's a
laughs.
special art form.
He laughs
said it.
instantly.
Kenny's like, yo, he literally just turned it on and he's like already
Starts
laughing before that.
wailing.
And what the fuck is up with the jelly beans in the martini glass?
Oh
But
yeah,
that's
that
it.
was so stupid.
I'm like, why is he swirling and sipping this martini glass of fucking jelly
I imagine
beans?
him offset. He's like, okay, my character. My character's got this type of motivation. He's just eccentric. You know what I mean? All these years he's a demon. I'm thinking, martini glass, jelly beans. Yes,
And he
that's
offers
it.
some to the other guys like,
Yeah, it's like
jelly
so
bean?
fucking
And he's holding
ridiculous.
it. I was like, why is he sipping and swirling this glass of jelly beans like it's a fucking martini?
And they're talking and shit, and all of a sudden they're talking about, him having a problem with his dad dying. It's like, it's been 20 fucking years!
70 years. The guy's old as fuck. Nick Cage looks like he's dead.
Why are you still having the dead dad talk?
I know.
And they're talking about, then the guy fucking turns the TV off.
Yes, I'm insensitive. Fuck
he
you.
turns the TV off or whatever, and then he's like, yeah, man, we gotta talk about this jump. We gotta do all these, this field goal post to field goal post. So he's kicking, it's like a fucking 120 yards, right? Something like that?
I think it's a field.
Well, 100 yards is the touchdown to touchdown.
Whatever.
So, like 120 yards.
110.
And
Oh, yeah, no, 120. Yeah. End zone. Yeah.
So that's what he's talking about. He's like, "Oh man, we gotta remove the
Probably bigger
fucking, what
than
do you
that,
say,
to be
like
honest.
buses or trucks or some bullshit."
Yeah.
We gotta talk about this, man. It's unsafe. He's like, if you're gonna do the jump, at least take the stuff out of the middle.
Yeah.
He's like, just think about it. He's like, all right, I'll think about it. Turns the TV back on. It first of all pops up to a fucking 1940s black and white cartoon. It's like one of those.
Yeah.
But he's already laughing again. And then it cuts over to him swirling the martini. He goes like.
It's so ridiculous.
I'll think about it. And then he puts fucking helicopters instead.
I know, that's so stupid. Alright, so then it cuts back to the fucking demon at the bar, and apparently he killed every single person in the bar. And then they have like a demon meeting with a bunch of other demons. And it's
All
like,
elemental demons.
why did they meet there? And they murdered everybody. And then everyone has their own, like, entrance. Everyone, like,
water dude.
yeah, like, they all have these cool, and it's like, was this really necessary? Like, what
One
the
guy
fuck?
just, like, appears out of like ashes.
Why do they need to go to a bar and murder everybody to have a meeting?
Because they have great deals on drinks.
But it doesn't make any sense.
Like, yo, I got this fire.
It's 2 for 1.
I got this fire ass fucking bloody martini here.
Yeah, I have a fucking jelly bean martini.
They're looking for the scroll of San Vangina.
The vampire got
God.
a fucking bloody Mary, but
So so these demons start talking, and apparently the classic fucking demon Morpheus and the young one, that the vampire one, are apparently father and son. And apparently the Ghost Rider is the main demon's favorite creation, but why? He hasn't even done anything.
he hasn't even known he has powers for
He does
40
his
years.
He does his bidding.
It doesn't make any sense, but he
He
hasn't
hasn't
done anything for years.
It's been more since he was like 18.
How is that his
till
favorite
he's
creation?
40. He
Yeah.
hasn't even known he is the ghost. He hasn't even seen anything. He just thinks he gets hot and wants hot things
That's what,
sometimes.
yeah, and then it's a classic fucking disgruntled child against his father's reign. You know, he's trying to get power. So yeah, it is for sure, and it's
Well, did
fucking
we know that?
stupid. Yeah,
Yes.
we found out then, right there.
Yeah.
He says "Dad" or some dumb
You
shit.
know if you pay attention.
Yeah,
I
bitch.
did.
So it cuts to Nick Cage in the dressing room. He's getting ready, like jamming to fucking
Nice way to
tunes.
Well,
have
before that though, do you
That's
guys
right.
know that the Devil Man constantly fucking clears his throat?
I didn't notice.
So like
that.
every time he comes in, he's just like. He
I
always
think
kind
he
of like.
does that consciously. Like, all right, I'm gonna go in there today. I'm gonna go. Oh wait, no, that's I need a lower octave.
Like he has to growl.
He tries out like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, son.
He gets a little fucking. So, a nice way to hype himself up, by the way, Nick Cage.
What does he
Yeah,
do?
I forgot what the fuck
He
said.
grabs a fucking pot of coffee
When he
straight from the
chugs
thing, and he
that.
chugs a fucking
But
full
when he's
pot
in
of
the
coffee.
mirror, he's like, yeah, you're the man. You're the man. Or
He
some
does?
shit. Remember Nick Cage? I forgot what
Oh
the fuck
my
he
God.
said. I just put a nice way to hype himself up, but I forgot. I didn't write down why. Cause
Damn.
I don't remember. I thought we were doing it that day. So I thought it was
Oh, and also he was talking to his dad. He was like, "Oh, you can't hurt me here. Like, what the fuck are the interdimensional rules of causing pain? Like,
Yeah,
I don't get it.
there's-
Why can't you hurt him there?"
I didn't know that. I didn't hear it.
I was like, yeah. Then he chugs a pot of hot coffee. Then they go out, and he starts walking towards him and his manager start walking out.
And there's a shitload of press.
yeah, press everywhere. No, don't do it.
Epileptic. Get out of there, because you're gonna fucking
Yeah,
seize.
there's like thousands of fucking cameras. Johnny Blaze,
Yeah.
Johnny Blaze went up with me, bro.
Yeah, I was about
and then
to
all,
say that,
and
yeah.
sudden,
I don't
not,
know. He's
not
in the
even.
stadium. He's in the stadium, and he's like looks to his left.
And then he goes, if, don't you know how long you've been working here for? He doesn't do interviews. And then someone says in the corner, not even for old friends.
And
She's looking like
in the
50
fucking-
feet away.
In what's it called? Like
In the
it's
little
like
tunnel.
It's like a little tunnel going out to like a football stadium where you're like on the 300th level, so you're upstairs. So you have to walk from the walkway in through the hole, and you come out to the bleachers, and you're looking at the whole field. She's all the way at the
and they're
railing.
snapping photos, yelling, and she whispered,
Johnny
like,
Blaze, Johnny Blaze!
not even for an old friend. And he can hear it. And he looks over like, how did you hear that?
Looks over, just
Was that part of your devil powers?
and he doesn't even know this, but yeah. So he looks over, he's like, and she like turns around to the little. fucking whips her hair around, all this shit, and he just noticed.
Oh my god. So then so now she's
fine as
she's fine as she's
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
So now she's
shit.
She's a fucking. I said she's fine as shit.
Yeah.
So now she's like a reporter, and she got stuck doing this fucking shitty ass piece on the shitty ass stunt guy. So
And she's fine as shit.
so
There's
she
a lot of
goes
shit going on here.
sexy, but she wants to go and she wants to interview him, and he gives like the most super awkward interview ever. It's
That's a
fucking
nice
insane.
interview.
It's
I
so
don't even remember
weird.
what he said.
And
It's
his
so
game
stupid.
is
'Cause she's like-
terrible.
So I'm here with Johnny Blaze. What do you think about this jump this week, Johnny?
He's like, did you get married? Are you married? What did you wear yesterday?
all right. How far is this jump, Johnny?
You still
What
smell
color
like
panties are you wearing?
I forget that. Don't even watch that up. So, are you really excited for this jump? Are you nervous?
Does your dick still taste the same?
Yeah. So, fuck, cut that out. Oh, fuck. This is like
It's
the
just
most
the most
awkward
awkward
She's
shit
going
ever.
Back and forth, news reporter, and he's just like,
She actually did say those lines
Yeah.
in
She
the
did.
deleted scenes.
and then he's like, "You trying to taste that dick again?"
Yeah.
And then
She's
they're
not-
like,
she's
"Yeah,
playing
sure.
hard to get.
I'll go out to dinner."
And then he got all fired up. And
No, she's
she
playing hard to
skull
get right
fucked him.
now, and she slides
then
out
he
before
shit
he
in her
even
mouth.
jumps. So she dips.
She's like, "I'm not watching this. I can't." And the guy's like, "We gotta stay and cover it. We gotta."
Yeah, the fucking
I'm
camera
the
guy
boss.
wants to fuck
He's like,
Nick Cage.
Yeah,
He
wants
loves
to
him.
He loves.
And they
Johnny
just
Blaze.
kind of gave up an interview, and no one's upset.
The only interview ever given by Johnny Blaze, they get it,
They
and
got
she's
that
like,
trash.
"All right, the jump's about to happen. Let's get the fuck out of here." He's the only.
You know I
person,
never like to watch you jump.
And he's like,
Fuck up, bitch.
And she's like, "Let's go." And the camera guy's like, "This is once the last time." Like,
It's Johnny Blaze. It's
Johnny
Johnny Blaze.
Blaze. Johnny Blaze's balls are gonna be in my mouth later.
Yeah.
I want Johnny Blaze. He's like, all this shit. Like, no, we're leaving.
And so then it cuts, and at last second, we find out he's not jumping the buses, he's jumping the fucking helicopters. And his
he
fucking...
switched him out to.
How would his manager not know this? Where
Who
did the
set that
budget
up?
come from?
Who set it
Who
up?
wrote the
Who
checks?
called the military and said, "Hey,
How much does he get paid?
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
can
like,
I get
what?
30 Black Hawk helicopters? I want them lined up across this football field, and I'm gonna jump them."
And then,
I would like a.
Don't
Hold
let
on.
anybody
would-
know.
So,
So hold on, to rent out a
Hey,
stadium
show.
and to get those helicopters, I really want to fucking know how much that would
And
really
without
cost
measure.
in reality.
But then, okay, but regardless of that, and then, so in the beginning, so he jumps helicopters, and do you remember why he jumps helicopters? Because in the beginning, his
dad said it.
His dad says it in passing, like when they're in the dressing room. But then they think it's been like 30 minutes of the movie, and apparently they think their audience is fucking stupid because once they tell the manager that he's jumping helicopters, they feel the need to show a literal flashback of what we just saw 10 minutes ago to remind us that his dad said, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool to jump helicopters?" Like, why would you need to remind us? Like, we fucking forgot.
I didn't even notice he said that in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, so there was for you. It was
You
probably
know.
for you. That's disgusting. You're disgusting. Okay, so then he goes. Yeah, so then he goes and he jumps the fucking shit. First try, it's straight.
Bro, it's the
and then he
tightest
leaves.
drop-in landing ever, but he jumps an entire football field. You notice that? He's like, wham, burnout, and just
He
fucking
flies.
zips it. Land, and like the guy's talking to him. He's like, "All right, ready? You ready, Johnny? All right, we're gonna go. All right, we're getting ready." He just takes off, jumps it first shot, and then the guy turns out and he goes, "He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. Oh my god!" He like freaks out, closes his eyes, lands it, rides up straight, and then it cuts to before the jump, like right around when the jump's midair. I think it is. It fucking cuts to her in the fucking news van. They're dipping. And it's like her and the guy's like, "Why couldn't we just stay?"
Yeah, the camera guy wants to fucking have sex with him. He's like,
Johnny Blaze to sit on his face.
it's
Just the
insane.
blaze on his face.
And so then Johnny Blaze just comes up next to him and starts riding right
What's
next to him
glazed?
somehow. He catches up to him.
Blaze is glaze.
And then he does like a fucking nose wheelie while sitting on his handlebars.
And he's
It's
just
so
doing all these
stupid.
stunts.
And then somehow him
How
and
do
Eva
you
Mendes
catch
can
up
have
to
a,
them?
I don't know. They have a full conversation
On the highway.
going 80 on the highway.
As he's
They can
doing
hear each other
wheelies
perfectly
and
fine.
fucking endos and stoppies and all this shit. What the fuck?
And then he starts talking to, then he pulls around and he starts talking to the cameraman, trying to get him to pull over because he knows he wants him. And he almost gets him to, but then he always gets hit by a fucking semi. He jukes it. He pulls right in front of them to make them stop.
Then it's all of a sudden, as
In
soon
the
as
middle
he-
of the highway.
As soon as he skidded into a stop, it was in a construction site. The highway was already at a dead stop. There's like cars backed up on both sides. Like, it's just perfectly where everybody's standing there.
Yeah, like,
waiting.
how
I
many
would-
cars?
I would
are there?
fucking thrash
Two things before
everyone.
that. Right before that, we're on like a 4-lane highway.
Yeah.
Just hitting it, and he's doing wheelies and shit. Next thing you know, he does a skid, and they're in like the countryside. It's like a 1-lane road, and everybody has to stop right there in the fucking middle.
And then, so he starts talking to her, and he asks her to go to dinner. He's like, "You want to go to a place that gets a nice Italian? Because Italian. I'm gonna punch you in your eye, motherfucker."
Italian.
I'm trying to fuck in her eye.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And then he just okay. So he asked him for dinner.
Somebody, I wrote down. Somebody there. They're like, no, the news reporter. He's doing all the movies. He's doing like the stoppies on the handlebars and the fucking high chair wheel. He's doing all the fucking tricks. And then like the camera guy who's driving, he's like, he's got some sweet moves. There's some shit. Like he says some shit. Like yeah.
But then, so yeah, he has to go out for dinner, and then he literally just goes in for a makeout. Like he hasn't seen this woman in 20 years. He just fucking forces himself upon Eva Mendes, and it's insane. And so she loves it though somehow. It's like what the fuck.
So she pulls out. He like takes the helmet off. He's like, hey, howdy.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird.
Howdy. Hey, how's it going?
I have it here.
I wrote howdy.
Howdy times 3.
I wrote howdy.
Definitely more than that. He was like, howdy.
I wrote 3 howdies.
Oh, 3? Yeah!
Howdy.
Yeah, he's like, howdy.
Yeah, for some reason she loves his fucking southern drawl and tells him to meet her for dinner. And then he screams yes. He's like, yes! Like he's like Tony the Tiger, like, they're great! Yeah, that's literally what he does.
Didn't he just like start making out with her or something?
Yeah, he like pulls her and he assaults her, and she.
That's what I have. Yes, I have sexual assault.
Yeah. Like what? Imagine if I saw a girl from high school I've been seeing in like 15 years. Like,
and you just grab her face and pull it in.
Like what the fuck?
She punched me in the dick.
Yeah, I wish you would touch my dick.
I was about to get someone.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
Say someone's name, but then I was like, nah, what a random person.
And then the most unrealistic thing about this is everybody starts running up that's in the traffic. He tries to get an autograph.
No one's mad about the traffic.
They want him to sign like his girlfriend's titties and shit like that. Like sign my baby.
There's an RV
yeah, like they don't give a
all of
fuck.
a sudden, and like everybody's on the highway just walking up like
so stupid.
What the fuck's going? Oh, it's Johnny Blaze.
Yeah.
Quick, grab the registration.
Well, I beat the shit out of
Remember
them.
there's like cows walking around in the background. Like it went from a 4-lane highway on each side to all of a sudden it's like there's fucking cows right next to like. No, looking over, there's cows like getting herded. Hold on, stop traffic. We gotta herd these cows across the way. And then there's construction. Like, how did all this happen on like go from a fucking interstate to this? Like, what the fuck?
All right, so then this.
So
okay.
why would you scream like that?
Yeah. So okay. So I was really confused about this next part. So it cuts, and then it's Eva Mendes waiting at the dinner table, right?
For real.
And hold on.
Scene,
So yeah, typical.
100%.
But this is the weird part. She's sitting there, and then she just pulls out a magic 8 ball.
What?
From where?
And
purse.
They've never talked about a magic 8 ball once. They never showed her when she was a kid.
Yeah, it's not like foreshadowing or anything.
It's not like she was a kid like the whole
like
time.
They just thought it was funny to add in a fucking magic 8 ball.
Is it like, okay,
he would
here you
come.
go. Okay, we got complimentary breadsticks, we got complimentary sparkling water, and then we got magic 8 balls. Like, what?
Will I get complimentary breadsticks?
Yes.
The best though is hands down Cracker Barrel with the fucking triangle game.
Yeah.
Chinese checkers or
whatever.
Dude, I love being in that game. The
pegs.
pegging and I love doing that.
But then it cuts and fucking Johnny Blaze is still at his house like jerking off, like while Eva Mendes is over there playing with the magic 8 ball.
I mean, that's what I'd be doing if I was here.
She said, meet me at a restaurant for like a little talk. And he fucking jizzed himself on the highway. He's like, go!
Yeah, like, so he's like wanting to go home.
And then also it's like, I'm gonna sit home and drink this martini glass of jelly beans.
Yeah,
and then leave her at the fucking restaurant.
Stupid.
Why would she be there like an hour early, like waiting, like, oh my god?
She's drinking a full glass of wine, the classic where it's like, pour it, keep pouring. Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
Let me know if you need anything, alright? 20 minutes
Why are you getting,
shit-faced.
it's so fucking dumb. So
like, I don't get, why don't people just like call and they're not answering, like, alright, I'm out. Like, you're not answering the phone, I'm dipping. Like,
hey, I'm on my way.
I'm gonna sit here for 6 hours.
You always do the confirmation. Okay, we have dinner tomorrow. I'm on my way, heading over there.
Earlier in the day. We're still good for later?
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Alright.
Confirm.
An hour later, hey, I'm, you getting ready? Still good to see you later?
Yeah.
Cool. No problem.
It's Eva Mendes,
I'm
motherfucker.
pulling up to the restaurant. Are you here? Or should I just grab a table and meet you there? Blah, blah. She drank $300 worth of fucking wine, probably, waiting for him. Who does that in real life?
Should I put it on Johnny Blaze's tab?
I walk in, guess what? I'm sitting here chilling. I'm like, get a glass of water.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit there and vibe. Hit him up. Nope, none. Maybe order something if I'm hungry. Maybe order something real quick and then dip. But why would you sit there and continue drinking all night until you're shit-faced?
So, she gets dead. So the Nick Cage is about to walk out, and then he sees like the classic bike just sitting out there, and it's running. And he does like a weird. He does like a weird point. And again,
with the point.
Yeah.
The devil's
and then we see
showman.
the demon. Yeah.
Give him that.
This is what he does.
He does like what we described, which is like a hang
His pointer finger out straight horizontally, and then his middle ring and pinky just kind of dangling there.
But
with
his index isn't straight.
It's stupid. It's just a very haphazard point.
It's like he just like lifts his hand up and it's just hanging there.
It's like a zombie's arm that's in front of him. Like
if you were like imagining like a comic book art.
Yeah. So that happens, whatever. The devil, like, makes him ride the bike, and he goes flying. Next thing he knows, he gets flung off the bike, and now he's on fire. And his fucking screams while he's on fire. It reminds you of, like, the Wicker Man with the, not the bees! The bees! Like, it was just his screams are so fucking bad.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good Nick Cage clip.
It is.
You ever watch the 10-minute Nick Cage video on YouTube where it's just all the funniest clips from all of his movies?
And then so he's like changing into the Ghost Rider, and he's like half laughing, half screaming, and then he finally changes. Nice skull head. He finds the demons. So now he's like basically the fucking demon's hitman. That's basically what he is. So he goes and he finds the demon's son and his homies, and he starts killing. He kills one of them. And then he pulls up on some fucking rapists and murks him. And now it's daytime, and he changes back. He's at the fucking cemetery. And then the guy from, like, fucking Big Lebowski, basically, he fucking wakes him up, and he's like, morning, bonehead. I didn't know fucking Marnie from fucking Marnie Cromwell from Halloween Town was here. Bonehead! You know, he's fucking on the nose joke again. This is the best joke you get.
You know he's a skeleton flame dude.
Bonehead.
Hey, bonehead.
You're like you've been around for like infinity. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't think of a better joke.
Fucking insult to somebody.
God, Marnie Cromwell in the fucking house. So then he wakes up. Marnie Cromwell. Yeah,
Halloween Town.
He wakes up and he starts chugging a bunch of fucking cups. And apparently the cemetery guy knows all about him and what's going on for some fucking reason, I guess. And I guess it doesn't make any sense. So they're at the crime scene where all that bullshit happens, and Eva Mendes comes in and starts talking like Old Testament and brimstone. Okay, hold on. All right, so then it cuts to the crime scene of like I guess because like when Ghost Rider was riding with all like the dead fucking
street
with all the dead like gangsters and all that shit. So Eva Mendes pulls up and they're wondering what happens. People are fried and they don't know what's going on. Eva Mendes comes up and just she sees shit. She's like, how much do you know about the Old Testament? And it starts talking about that and like brimstone about like the apocalypse. Starts talking about this fucking shit, and it's like, get this bitch the fuck out of here.
Down the main street.
Yeah, and like everyone lit on fire and shit.
Yeah. Did you notice they had the whole thing taped off? So his track down the middle of the street is like the tire mark, and then everything else is like on the sides. The actual strip down the middle where it's like the real crime scene where the person came through. Everybody's walking on that like it's a trail. There's literally a row of cops like walking through the little burned, charred mark down the middle of the street. And they're just like, nope, can't step on anything else but this. And they're just walking right down the middle. It's like, it's a fucking crime scene. The fuck out of there. It's like she's walking around in the crime scene like it's cool, like it's straight.
It's ridiculous.
Behind the fucking ropes. Can't get behind the caution rope. Tape, whatever the fuck it is.
So Nick Cage finally pulls up at the crime scene, and while Eva Mendes is interviewing, I think Rebel Wilson is the actress, and then the girl that he saved with the rapist was getting raped.
Was Rebel Wilson?
Yeah. And then during the interview, Rebel Wilson describes the fat girl that was getting raped.
That was being interviewed, yeah.
And then Eva Mendes asked him to describe him, and she goes, he was really bony. Are you fucking kidding me?
Why would you just say he was a fucking skeleton on fire?
I have a skinny friend. He's bony. I see a skeleton with his head on fire. It's a fucking skeleton. He's not bony. The fuck?
I'm bony.
Yeah.
The fuck? I have skin and meat and I'm living. The fuck?
And then so Nick Cage starts talking to Eva Mendes and the fucking...
Got a boner.
Yeah. And then the fucking camera guy starts filming... He starts filming Nick Cage for some reason.
Talking about Nick Cage. I can't help it.
You probably got a bone.
When he was in the train yard, right? He goes into the train yard right before the girl. Mm-hmm. And he's like, the guy comes in, he's like, hey, you can't be in here. Fucking, whatever the yard master or the fuck they call him, walks up with a fucking oil lantern. Like it's 1902. And he's like holding he's like
flashlight.
He's like, who goes there? And he's like shaking his lantern. He's like, guy pulls out his cell phone, like calls somebody. He's like, oh shit, Eva Mendes is driving down the street, a fucking news team. They're meeting me over here. There's fucking cops and everything. This guy's got an oil lantern. Like, what the fuck? It's fucking 2000 and something, buddy. Get a fucking flashlight.
For some reason, I have this thing in quotes, and I don't know why. It says, hey, Captain, I got something. Does that mean anything?
Oh, it's the license plate.
What is?
The guy goes, "Hey, Captain, I got something." Out of a random pile of rubble, goes,
Oh yeah!
and pulls his motorcycle
Oh
license plate. I have it
what
written
the
down,
fuck?
too.
Yeah, so stupid. Like what? Like that's their lead. Like it's like
Captain, I got something.
Yeah,
I got something here, boss.
Yeah.
license
You
plate.
gotta want to see this, boss. You gotta want to see this one.
You gotta want to see it.
Yeah.
Nothing else has survived this whole crime scene. Just like,
Fucking
guess what I found?
Yeah, so-
We're stomping around in rubble. All the cops are walking around in fucking the crime scene. All right, guess what? One guy fucking finds it. Jesus.
And it cuts to Nick Cage looking in the mirror, and he's like chomping his teeth.
He's trying to scare it out.
Like, what is he doing? Yeah, he's like, yeah, I guess you're right. He's trying to like scare it into like the head turning into fire and all that shit. He's like screaming in the mirror. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, he's doing all these crazy Nick Cage shit.
Trying to get his fucking powers.
Yeah, so he starts reading these random books trying to find answers.
And apparently there's a Ghost Rider manual.
Yeah, because that's the first thing the first Ghost Rider thought of doing with his powers. I'm gonna write a manuscript. And he puts his arm up and he starts trying to gain like control of his powers. And he says one thing and it works first fucking try.
What did he say?
I don't know. He says something and he blasts and it cuts his... Yeah. And then his
Yeah, but Guardium Leviosa.
Yeah, and his fucking candle started flying. So yeah, so that happens. And he shoots a fireball and it lights his candles. Then all of a sudden, Eva Mendes just walks in and starts questioning what's up.
And looking fine as fuck.
She's looking very nice. And he tells her that he sold his soul.
Her tits get more and more exposed every scene. I'm
I
like,
know.
Jesus.
Very nice.
It's the only good part of this entire movie.
I know. She's very good looking. And so he tells her that he sold his soul to the devil. And he says he couldn't make it to dinner. He says he couldn't make it to dinner because he works for the devil. And she doesn't really believe him. I don't blame her.
Who wouldn't?
I know.
Who
He
would,
should
I mean?
do the fire. I was thinking he should do the
Don't
fireball
bitch, I
again
would.
to show her.
I've
then
been a
he-
demon hunter.
Yep, me too. And he proved it with a wooden oar. He beat the shit out of the devil. I saw that.
I'm like this.
And then he tells her he'll probably change tonight, so it's best if she's not around. And she obviously doesn't believe him, of course. She takes off, and then cops immediately pull up. Okay, the cops that found the license plate, they immediately pull up on his crib and pull guns on him. Like, okay, they find a license plate there. Immediately they go and pull guns on him on their first lead. It's Johnny Blaze. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any fucking sense,
They
right?
wouldn't do that.
They want him to admit it, but take him to the interrogation room. They want him to admit it, but of course he doesn't. And they drag him to his cell, and he starts fucking wiling out. They put him into a holding cell with like a bunch of other psychos, and everyone's like starts trying him, and he starts fucking changing because.
For no reason.
Well, no, it's because when he's around like bad people or some shit. Is that the whole thing?
Yeah, when he's around evil, he changes.
Evil. So then the criminals start talking mad shit and whooping his ass, which I would have joined. And he starts changing, and then he kills everybody. and then he takes the guy's jacket, and he takes the guy's leather jacket, and then somehow when you're a devil, you can just turn jacket into like spikes. So now he like bedazzles the jacket, like I'm a devil now, so I bedazzle this jacket, and everyone's dead. Okay. And he walks out, and then one cop decides to try and take him on with a baton for God knows why. He just destroyed every single person in that cell, and you pull out your fucking baton. Does your job really pay that well that you're gonna try to take on this demon? Like what? You just
justice!
He fucking not only has he's not made out of skeleton, his head's not only on fire, he just turned that leather jacket into a bedazzled masterpiece.
Yeah,
That he can do anything. He can do anything.
There's so much shit between that and the license plate thing.
Like what?
He meets up with fucking the other demons or whatever at one point, and the fucking dirt dude, the guy comes from like Earth. He's like, comes up, he's like, "Hey, dirtbag." Like,
Oh
of
my
course, the
God.
guy made of dirt.
Fucking
You call
God.
him a dirtbag.
How the that's not clever.
Yeah, dirtbag. His motorcycle's a dog. 'Cause he goes, and the fucking motorcycle just appears out of nowhere.
And then as he's leaving, the lights from the parking garage kind of explode, and it spells out the word rage.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh
my God, that was so fucking lame. God. Oh my God.
That was
Bro.
so nice.
Dude, that shit was so fucking lame. Like, whose idea was that? You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. I know you're listening.
And then he's driving around and shit, and the cops are chasing him. Then he goes onto a bridge, and he goes up on the arm of the bridge, and then the arch, and then he just kind of goes right into the water, and the cops kind of surround the bridge, and they're looking in the water, and like, what the fuck? And then he just kind of pops up out of nowhere, laughing his ass off, and apparently he can breathe underwater. Like, well, I guess he doesn't need to breathe, right? So he just breathes
There's
fire.
so much shit in here that I'm like, I don't even remember what the
So he's driving around, and he goes to this giant tall building, and he decides to drive up the tall building and literally just goes straight up the glass windows and all the way to the top of a 70-story building.
Yeah, I guess.
And then the wind demon appears.
Oh yeah.
He comes out of nowhere, starts talking shit, and he's just kind of sitting there. He's like, haha, you can't grab me. And then he's like trying to grip him with the chain, but it's not working. And then he lights the chain on fire. He's like, all right, now it's going to work. So that's when he grabs him. And then the helicopter comes and kind of just wishes him away.
I know. He like spins the chain around or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a little fire tornado.
And then that's all. And then it like sucks like how you're not powerful. Like all you had to do was like get a fan, and this guy's gonna like
and
float
throw
away.
some fire in it, and you're
like, it
done.
was so stupid.
It was really dumb. He just kind of floated there and died. So I don't feel bad for you, Shark Teeth.
Oh yeah, when Ava Mendes was asking like the cops like, oh, do you know about this and that, or do you know about all that shit? Right, perfectly. They're just carrying a body with the body bag, and then like, yeah, sure. Every time this happens, no one forgets to zip the side of the body bag, and then right when I walk by, I was like that gray arm, like,
Oh yeah.
so bad.
And Eva Mendes sees all this going on in the distance, and then she has an epiphany. She's like, holy shit, Johnny was right. He's a demon with the fucking fire skull.
And I was like, yeah, the construction, they found license plate.
She goes there to the crime scene.
Yeah, construction workers walking down the middle of the trail, find the license plate, all that bullshit. And then my next one was, why do her tits always have to be out? She's so fucking hot. We get it. Because everybody, even Dylan, were like, God, she's so hot. Like, look at her tits. Like, they're always popping out.
And then it cuts back to Johnny Blaze at his apartment. Why is there no surveillance there?
He
just
killed
escaped
everybody
from
in the
prison.
jail, and he killed everybody.
The only absentee
prison,
one
yeah,
there.
The jail thing was fucking funny. And it was like, they're like, all right, you're walking in this whole time, we're just chilling, sitting down. As soon as the door shuts, they're like, hey, whoa. And they'll be like, that doesn't happen.
Maybe start
You're not immediately trying to get murdered.
You're
in a holding cell.
You're a big star out there, but in here, you're just another normal piece of shit like us. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
That doesn't, what the fuck?
And then he goes home. And, Eva Mendes at this time already, she's at the crime scene, realizes where he could have been.
Yeah.
Home, obviously.
Because he didn't go.
It was the first place she would check, you know? And he gets home and fucking Buddy's dead.
Oh, yeah. Team manager is
dead.
Gray, like the arm that fell out of the body bag. So
Yeah, he's all blue and
But do you
shit.
remember the reason why the guy attacked him in the jail cell? In the holding cell?
Because you wanted to fuck him?
No. Do you remember, Evan?
What? No.
Why the guy wanted to attack him with the leather jacket in the jail cell?
What happened?
Because he told him.
What happened?
Because he told him, he's like, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, Johnny Blaze. He's like, you're just a normal person. He's like,
Yeah.
I went to one of your shows and you didn't fucking crash. So
Oh,
I want my money back. And he gets this like, you're gonna beat this dude up
Like,
because
what
he didn't
the-
crash
yeah.
and die in a fucking
how
stunt. You're a
retarded.
piece of
Who
shit.
wrote that guy?
Why would you have that? That's the, like, you can make it a normal fucking dude in jail. Just attacking him for no reason because he's the fresh meat. Why did you have to make it, you didn't crash and die on a motorcycle jump, so I'm going to beat you up now? It's like, what the fuck? It's so stupid.
Alright, so I think after all that, after the wind guy gets blown away by a fucking fan, the cops start spraying up Ghost Rider at some time, and then a demon is like beating up the fucking Western guy at the cemetery. And then Cage pulls up to the cemetery, and then he finds the dude. He's fucking all fucked up. But then we learn that the homie's the fucking Ghost Rider with the horse, right? That's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I guess the bike and the horse go the same speed.
Apparently.
'Cause they were
What?
right.
But
Dude,
devil
yeah,
speed, devil speed is a finite speed. So like, there's a top devil speed that you can go, Ghost Rider speed, and it doesn't matter what
that's
you're.
so
much.
So
I literally am like,
what if you
I
mount a
literally,
dog?
Scroll multiple
For
times
real?
to get to where you're at now. Yeah, you went from like the attack, like the vampire thing on the roof. No, yeah,
No, that's where we're at.
Yeah, there's a part where it's like they try to hang him, and it's like you can't hang a skeleton; he's just bones. Like he has no esophagus, he doesn't have lungs.
Oh, that was way before in the train part.
Oh shit! Yeah, I guess my shit's all.
That was way before in the train part.
And then there's another part. It's like, oh, he hit the cop with the baton, hits him in the fucking face. His jaw goes, and he just like puts it back.
In
He's
the
like,
jail.
and the cop gets shocked that he like realigns his jaw. He's like, he's like, that's when he freaks out. It's like,
Yeah, that's when you freak out. Not a skeleton with
you're
a
not.
floating
That's
skull.
what I learned about. Like, you're more worried
Yeah.
about the guy realigning his jaw and not the fact that he's a giant flaming skeleton.
And another thing, as a skeleton, he kept his muscle mass.
He's still huge.
Yeah, why
his
did
jacket was still full.
Yeah, what did the inside of that look like?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Flames.
Weird. He kept his
Flames.
muscle
That's
mass.
at the middle of it. It was all flames.
So yeah, okay. So after all that bullshit, yeah.
Yeah, I got the rage.
Yeah. So homie, okay. So now they're at the cemetery. Yeah.
Turned into a jet ski.
And the skull does not match Nick Cage's head at all.
No.
It's just a weird fucking.
Kenny mentioned that the guy in the cemetery always has a shovel or an axe in his hands. And
Yeah,
and leans on it.
yeah,
He's
he's-
like, oh,
yeah.
all stoic and grand. He's like, whoa, bonehead.
But he literally just the gravekeeper when he turns into Ghost Rider
Yeah.
OG, he just escorts him to where he
He
needs
doesn't
to go.
even do anything.
My
It's like
God.
that was all the power I had left in me. All right, so now the ride back. You just literally just have to ride normal.
And then they killed an iguana on the. Oh yeah,
They
they were
did.
driving by everything, and then they ignited an iguana, and I was like, was he bad too?
The
Like,
iguana?
was he
Yeah.
evil? Like, why did they ignite
Like
the
the part,
iguana?
like, when the guy, the vampire dude, like, pops up and then someone goes, Jesus! Like, freaks out, like, so all scared, like, just saying Jesus. He's like, not even close.
Not even close.
All right, so what's next?
I was like, oh, like, he didn't catch on that guy was the Ghost Rider. He's like, bro, he's literally told you everything about yourself, like, knows everything, like, has fucking horses and shit. Like,
I
what the
know.
fuck, how do you not catch on?
What's
And then he
next?
asked him if he could keep up. Oh, he goes, oh yeah, and he's like, how do you know all this stuff? And he goes, turns into the original Ghost Rider with the horse.
And it's like,
And
oh, you said Ghost
He's
Rider.
like, you're a Ghost Rider. He goes, but can you keep up? 'Cause he's on a motorcycle. And then he goes, he turns his horse to flames.
Oh my God.
So then
He revs up the horse.
I was like, yeah, then he asks if we can keep up and just burst into flames. And so does his horse, so he has the same powers as you. And so obviously he's like, can you keep up? You're Ghost Rider. You can do whatever
Yeah.
I do. Like
They go
you're
exactly the
original.
same
You're
speed.
the original Ghost Rider. I can do if I'm on a horse or running. I could do the same. Then he tells him he's like, yeah, oh you fucking they ride all the way out there. He's like, this is as far as I go. It's like you're fucking.
Hey, why?
You literally just rode for like 10 minutes and you're like, I'm gonna stop in the middle of the desert. See you later, bro. And he's like, stick to the shadows. Or no, they're leaving. He tells them to stick to the shadows. He goes, you guys are two giant flaming skeletons. Flaming motorcycles.
No
in the middle of
shadows
the
aren't
pitch-
gonna work on you. It's not
The
how
whole
shadows
desert's
work.
a shadow. It's pitch black out there.
You're
You're
on
flaming
fire!
Skeletons.
You cast shadows.
There's no
you can't
light.
be
There's
a
no
shadow.
light in the desert. It's
Yeah.
pitch black. You're a fucking flame.
You're the only light source.
Two of them just leaving, and they're leaving 100 foot.
Do you not know how shadows work?
There's a flame trail
Yeah.
behind them. On top of that, I'm like, yeah. Then he gets halfway there and he turns back. He's like, "This is the end of the line for me." What the fuck do you even go? Just tell him where the dude was. You rode like an hour, 20 minutes from your house, and that was it. Like, I'm gonna turn around and go back now. Fuck this.
What's next?
Oh yeah, like why didn't he go and help him? You have the same. He has the same powers as fucking him. Why didn't you just like? I'm a Ghost Rider. You're a Ghost Rider. Let's go defeat these guys. If you can do it yourself, why can't two of us?
He
just
said he
do
only
it?
had a certain amount of power left. He had one
Of course.
last ride in him.
Oh, that's what he said.
Yeah.
How did he
Got
know that?
one last
How do you
ride.
It's
know
only
that?
been 400 years since last time
Yeah,
I did
it's like-
this, but it's my last
I've been
ride.
saving like my fucking. He sees like a meter or something, like a one last
Oh, it's
ride.
fantastic.
Like
Yeah.
what?
It's like 2 last rides.
Yeah, one last. Yeah, you're like a fucking.
One last ride. This is it, boy.
I must have fell asleep because the next thing I have is like the fucking vampire dude has Nick Cage by the neck, and then all of a sudden Eva Mendes walks in with a shotty and starts fucking blasting.
Yeah. So.
Deus Ex Machina.
Nick Cage gets to the spot where the scroll of Stan
right.
Van Vagina is,
Yeah.
and he finally, well, we're supposed to be the little meetup spot, and Nick Cage has the scroll of Stan Van Vagina, which was in the shovel of the Gravekeeper.
That's why you always said that shovel with him.
Right.
Everywhere he went.
So he gets there and he decides to trade the scroll for Eva Mendes, and they do the little trade. And then he opens up the scroll, Blackheart, and sucks them all in and becomes
He
all
says
powerful.
like 3 words. He's like, the power of this scroll, give me your souls.
That was
And
it.
That was it. I was like, you
That
really
was-
needed a fucking scroll? You know what the name of the scroll is. You couldn't.
That was all.
It's your dad. How have you not heard that word once? in
Power
your
of the
life?
soul, give me the scroll.
He's like, power of the scroll, give me your soul.
There you
And then
go.
of like 1,000,000 souls of the earth just
Power-
go into.
That was easy.
That's your dad. How did he not know about this?
And then, so this all happens. He becomes like this ultimate being or whatever, and then he decides to now turn into Ghost Rider and try to fight him after he's just become like 1,000,000 times powerful. So they're beating the shit out of each other, and Demon Man now's got Ghost Rider by the throat, and then Chick comes out of nowhere,
Yeah.
grabs the gun, blasts him,
And then she gives the gun to Nick Cage, and he turns it into a Ghost Rider gun.
That was
how
pretty
it
dope.
works.
No, that's pretty tight.
What? Okay. And then
Psych.
I was gonna say, and then Cage does the thing where he looks into the eyes. Hold on, Cage does the look in the eyes thing and finishes him off.
I said all he had to do
What
was
does that
stare
mean?
into his eyes.
Any like if their soul, if the soul has done a bad deed, it would like kind of like amplify
so he
it,
sucks their souls up.
and it would just put them in this kind of comatose trance. And now that he's got like 1,000 souls and they've all been bad, now he's just kind of been defeated.
Yeah, like all he had to do was just stare.
Like
into
that
his
was
eyes.
easy
Yeah,
as
the
fuck.
whole time you
The
said,
whole
Why
time-
didn't you think of this in the
The
first
whole
place?
time they're like looking away, like not looking at each other's
Hey,
eyes.
six
Like,
my face,
oh yeah. So then, so he's still on fire. He's still Ghost Ridered up. Then Eva Mendes starts walking up, and they start getting very sensual and very close.
And his flame dies down.
and then, but she goes to touch his face, which is on fire. But what do you know? It dies down right there. Okay.
Right then and there.
And then now he
Touch
turns.
a woman just.
Now he's not just
Fucking-
a fucking demon face on fire. Now he's the hideous normal human, which is Nick Cage. And then the main demon dude walks in. And he says that Ghost Rider fulfilled the agreement, which is Maximus. He used him this one time. I don't get how this is all he had to do and why his life had to be so bad. He lived a full life.
Punks the devil or fucking whatever fucking megalodon over here.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck his name is. He's like
Mitochondria.
Yeah. Oh shit. You said metamorphosis.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Metaworld Peace.
Oh, got it. So yeah, he comes in. He's like, says some shit. He's like,
Metropolis.
Ooh, meat drapes.
Oh.
Ooh. Metabolic steroids.
Oh.
Mesopotamia.
Ooh, nice.
Mangina.
That sucked. All right, go ahead.
Let's continue.
So yeah, the devil walks in, or whatever the fuck, megalomorphosis, fucking stegosaurus, whatever the fuck this dude's name is, walks in and starts like, "Oh yeah, you defeated my son, good job," like blah blah blah.
He had
Now I'm
one
gonna take
job.
your power back.
Now you can take your power back, and Nick Cage is like,
It was one
Nick
job.
Cage
the
does
fucking
this.
point.
He does this. He goes,
Yeah.
"Nah, bitch ass motherfucker." He's like,
Yeah.
"Now
I'm gonna keep this power.
now I'm gonna keep this power."
Playboy.
Defeat you.
Play boy,
Yeah.
play G,
Yeah.
and then
Play
I'm
G.
gonna. Anytime you think about doing some slick shit, I'm gonna come fuck you up. Basically,
Yeah.
what he said. And then the devil's like, "Oh," and then he gets fucking blown away in the dust.
Oh, okay. Then he
Then
goes.
it cuts
Hold
back.
on. While he's saying that, Nick Cage is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna keep the curse and use it against you."
Scares
And then he
the shit out
goes,
of him.
he's like, "You'll find me in the Spirit of Vengeance," which happens to be the name of the sequel, Spirit of Vengeance. So when he says that, he means literally,
Foreshadowing.
"You'll see me in the Spirit of Vengeance."
Nice spoiler.
Movie.
And then it goes
Hold on. Then
to them two.
Even Mendez, yeah.
Fucking.
It cuts them at the fucking tree
They're just.
with the carving
That hasn't
moved in 40 years.
It hasn't grown at 1 inch. Ow!
Come on, my mole.
Yeah.
Give me your bone.
Oh my god, no, thank god this movie has got. Give me your bone.
I like
Nice. That was
Took
nice.
a
That was a
while to
good
get
one.
it.
Yeah, they're trying not to listen because you're
Fucking
they're
retarded.
trying to block you out. But okay, so the movie's over. Mother
Thank
of shit.
God.
Movie.
I'm so fucking happy it's
Alright, I hated this movie.
Fuck.
Okay, hold on, let's go around. Okay, Bobby, give us last impressions.
2.
and-
It's horrible.
Oh my god, a 2 out of 10.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
okay.
it. It's horrible.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna.
That's
elaborate.
high. I give it an indent out of 10. Like
Oh
a negative
my
2.
God.
Oh shit. Damn,
That's
so
an-
wait,
that's
do you
an
give it, are you
indent.
gonna give it a Dumb and Dumber 2?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I hated
What do you
it.
got?
I'm gonna-
Where you at?
I'm gonna say it's like
It was embarrassing bad.
yeah, I was embarrassed. I want to say it's the tiniest amount. It's my dick length before Dumb and Dumber 2, like right before, like a tiniest, like a cunt hair.
It's before Dumb and Dumber.
No, I mean like right above it. Okay,
Oh,
on the
right
scale,
above
yeah.
it.
So it's like
Okay.
yeah, it's like a mosquito dick away from a fucking Dumb and Dumber
It's like
2.
4 times the size of yours.
Yeah, so 4 times the size of mine. Yeah, I thought it was. That's why, like, when you were saying I was skipping shit, it was because I probably passed out.
Dude, there's so
I was-
much shit.
I passed out.
I barely was paying attention. I hated this movie.
Yeah, there's
I
a
had
lot
to
of shit.
rewind like 5 times.
I feel bad for you, but
Me too, but I had to get
yeah,
the insight.
I want to end this because I hate this movie.
And I hate these people.
Yeah, but all right, yo, shouts to everyone that's peeping. Fucking None of You Can Fight.
On the real,
I'm the
yeah.
only one
For
here
sure.
that
Shout out
can.
to y'all
Yeah,
guys.
that's a
Yo,
funny-ass
let us know
joke.
what fucking movies you want to peep. We're gonna start getting some Christmas movies coming up, but we're gonna do like one more Nick Cage one or whatever. But we're gonna start getting our Christmas game. So
Yeah, for sure.
but,
Stay tuned,
Yeah, no, you're a fucking loser. If you listen to this, you're a fucking bitch.
I hate you.
Yeah.
like us.
Peace.
Thanks.
Pussy.
Okay, right.
You're
Yeah,
a
right.
pussy. You're a faggot. Faggot.
Right.